The last time my parents saw me, I was sobbing at a Greyhound station. I had a garbage bag of clothes, a crumpled $10 bill, and nothing else. They drove away without looking back. That was 10 years ago. So when I pulled up to their house in a black stretch limo, why did they look absolutely terrified? I stepped out slowly. My heels clicked on the pavement. I was holding a manila envelope, and inside that envelope was a decade of proof. Proof of what they did. Proof of what they stole. Proof they never thought I would find. Before I show you what happened on that porch, drop where you are watching from, hit that subscribe button. This one is personal. Now let me take you back to the night they threw me away. June of 2013. Graduation day, I walked across that stage with honors. I thought my parents would be proud. I was wrong. That night, my dad handed me a garbage bag. My mom pressed a $10 bill into my palm. "You are 18 now, figure it out." My older brother Kyle watched from the doorway. He was smirking. They did not even drive me to the bus stop. I walked. I slept on a bench that first night. Crying, confused, completely alone, but I did not stay down. I got a job washing dishes. Then I worked the grill. Then I saved enough for night classes. I slept on floors. I ate dollar meals. I kept going. My grandmother Rose had always believed in me. She passed away when I was 16, but she left me something, a sealed envelope. She told me to open it when the time was right. I kept that envelope for 6 years. I wish I had opened it sooner. Grandma Rose also taught me something important. She used to say, "Keep every letter. Paper does not lie." So I did. I saved everything. Every receipt, every document, every card she ever sent me. What time is it where you are right now? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. That habit of saving paper would change my life. 7 years passed. I built a small catering company from nothing. I had employees, I had clients, I had a life. Then my phone rang. I did not recognize the number, but I recognized the voice. "Hi, sweetheart, it is Mom." My stomach dropped, 7 years of silence, and now this. She sounded warm at first. She said she missed me. She said she thought about me all the time. Then came the pivot. "Kyle is in trouble. His business failed. We need $40,000. I could not speak. "You owe us," she continued. "We raised you for 18 years. That is worth something." I finally found my voice. "Then why did you leave me at a bus stop?" Silence. Then my dad got on the line. "Do not be selfish. Family helps family. You have 1 week." I tried to respond, but he cut me off. 1 week. "Or do not bother calling yourself part of this family ever again." Click. The line went dead. They wanted $40,000. No apology, no explanation, just a hand reaching into my pocket. And a deadline. I almost gave in. Guilt is a powerful thing. It kept me awake for 3 nights straight. Maybe I was being selfish. Maybe I did owe them something. They raised me, right? I sat at my kitchen table with a checkbook. My hand was shaking as I wrote the numbers. $40,000. I stared at that check for an hour. Then something stopped me. Why now? Why exactly 40,000? Why did they suddenly remember I existed? Something did not add up. I walked to my bedroom closet. In the back corner sat a fireproof box. Inside was Grandma Rose's sealed envelope. I had carried it with me for 6 years. Through every move, every struggle, every sleepless night, I finally opened it. Inside was a handwritten letter and a business card for an estate attorney. The letter said one thing that made my blood run cold. "If they ever come asking for money, call this number first." Grandma knew. She knew all along. I tore the check in half. Then I picked up the phone. I called the attorney the next morning. His name was Mr. Davies. He pulled my grandmother's file. And what he found changed everything. "Your grandmother set up an education trust," he said. $85,000, specifically for you." My heart stopped. It was meant to be released when you turned 18, for college, for housing, for your future. I gripped the phone harder. I never saw a cent of that money. Long pause. Someone did. He read from the document. The trust listed me as the sole beneficiary, but there was a co-trustee who had access after my grandmother passed. "The full amount was withdrawn 3 weeks after your 18th birthday," he said, "by the co-trustee." I could barely ask the question. Who was the co-trustee? He cleared his throat. Your mother. $85,000. Gone, taken before I even knew it existed. While I was sleeping on benches, while I was washing dishes, while I was starving. She took it all, but that was not the worst part. There was more, and it was about to get much worse. I went quiet after that call. I needed time to think. But my parents did not give me time. 3 days later, Kyle showed up at my catering business, in front of clients. He made a scene. You are going to destroy this family, he shouted. After everything Mom and Dad did for you. I lost a contract that day. A big one, because of him. Then my mom sent a group text to the entire extended family. Our youngest has abandoned us in our time of need. Please pray for our broken hearts. Aunts and uncles I had not spoken to in years started calling. Judging. Demanding I apologize. Then came my father's voicemail. You think you are smart? You think you can ignore us? We made you. And if you want war, I will call a lawyer. I will take everything you have built. He was threatening me. They stole $85,000 from me, left me at a bus stop with nothing, and now they were threatening to take more. They thought they had all the power. They had no idea what I had found, and they had no idea what was coming next. Mr. Davies kept digging, and he found something that made everything click. The original trust document only had one authorized co-trustee, my grandmother. But 6 months after she died, a second authorization appeared. It added my mother to the account. That is strange, Mr. Davies said. Your grandmother could not have signed this. She was already gone. He sent the document to a forensic handwriting expert. The report came back in 2 weeks. Signature inconsistent with known samples of the decedent. My mother forged my dead grandmother's signature. She did not just steal from me. She used Grandma Rose's name to do it. She committed fraud. She committed forgery. And she thought no one would ever find out. I sat in Mr. Davies' office, staring at the side-by-side comparison. Grandma's real signature on the left. The fake one on the right, they were not even close. This is not just theft, he said quietly. This is a crime. Now I understood everything. The $40,000 they wanted, it was not about helping Kyle. It was about buying my silence before I discovered the truth. Mr. Davies traced the money. All $85,000 went to a single account, a business account. The name on the account was Kyle's used car lot, the same business that failed 2 years later. But the timing was what broke me. The wire transfer happened 6 days after they abandoned me at that bus stop. 6 days. They did not throw me away because I was a burden. They did not kick me out because I was difficult. They threw me away so they could steal my inheritance and give it to Kyle. I was in the way of the money. That was it. That was the whole truth. Golden Child Kyle got $85,000 to start a business he ran into the ground. And me, I got a garbage bag and $10. Now they wanted $40,000 more because Kyle's second business was also failing. Same pattern, same entitlement, same complete disregard for me, but this time I had proof, and I knew exactly what I was going to do with it. I met with a civil attorney named Ms. Chen. I showed her everything. The trust documents, the forged signature, the wire transfer records, all of it. She laid out my options. I could refer the case for criminal prosecution. My mother could face charges for forgery and fraud. Or I could file a civil lawsuit, recover what was stolen, then walk away. I chose the civil route, not because I wanted to protect them, but because I wanted my money back and my peace. Ms. Chen filed the complaint that week. Breach of fiduciary duty, fraud, conversion. The legal term for stealing someone's property is conversion. They converted my future into Kyle's failure. But I was not done. I wrote a letter. Not for the court. For me, I put it in a manila envelope along with copies of every document. The trust, the forgery report, the wire transfer. Then I rented a limo. This was not about showing off. This was about showing up. 10 years ago, they watched me walk away with nothing. Now they were going to watch me arrive with everything. The limo pulled onto their street at 4 in the afternoon. Golden hour, the light was perfect. Neighbors were outside, watering lawns, walking dogs. Watching? Good, let them watch. My parents were on the porch. They saw the car before they saw me. When I stepped out, my mother's face went pale. My father stood up slowly. Kyle came rushing out the front door. They were expecting something. Maybe an apology, maybe a check, maybe a desperate plea to be part of the family again. They did not expect what I was holding. I walked up the porch steps. Calm, steady, silent. I handed my mother the manila envelope. "What is this?" she asked. "Open it." She did. Her hands were shaking as she pulled out the documents. The civil complaint, the trust disbursement records, the forensic signature analysis, the wire transfer to Kyle's business. Her face crumbled. My father tried to grab the papers. "This is family business," Kyle shouted. "You have no right." I looked at him, then at my parents. "No, this is fraud, and a judge will decide what you owe me." My mother started to cry. "We can explain, please." "Let us explain." I shook my head. "I am not here for an apology. I am not here for an explanation. I am here to serve you." I turned and walked back to the car. Before I got in, I looked over my shoulder one last time. Grandma Rose wanted me to have a future. You stole it. Now the court will decide what happens next. The limo door closed, we drove away, and I never looked back. 6 months later, the case settled. My parents were ordered to repay $112,000. The original trust amount plus interest and legal fees. They had to sell the house to pay it. The same house they kicked me out of with a garbage bag and $10. Kyle's second business closed. He moved back in with friends. I heard he blames me for everything. He is welcome to. My mother tried to contact me twice after the settlement. I did not respond. Some doors need to stay closed, but I did not keep all the money. I donated a portion of it to a new scholarship fund. It is for young people who age out of the foster system with nothing. Kids who turn 18 and suddenly have no one, just like me. The scholarship is called the Rose M. Future Leaders Fund. My grandmother's name lives on. Her belief in me lives on. I still run my catering business. It is bigger now, 2 locations. A real team. I still keep every receipt, every document, every email. Paper does not lie. Looking back, I do not regret any of it. Not the struggle, not the silence, not the lawsuit. Boundaries are not revenge. Boundaries are the door you finally close behind you. If you have ever had to walk away from family to save yourself, I want to hear your story. Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. And if this story helped you feel even a little less alone, hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. This story was a fictionalized dramatization and should not be taken as legal or financial advice.